Well, we've worked, we've grown organically ever since we were founded 20 years ago, and it always puts constraints. And the market is so exciting right now. There are so many opportunities. We believe we're extremely well placed. We really wanted to accelerate that growth, and removing the cap on cash flow was the one big thing that was going to make a difference to us. So raising the cash now was an excellent time to do it.
Okay, opportunities. What opportunities and where are they and how do you realise them?
Well, they're everywhere. I mean, everything that you see in the technology area, we aim in the new technologies. So that's everything like AI, automotive, self-driving cars, high definition TV, all those sorts of things all play very well to our strengths. There's a lot of investment going in from governments as well. You know, we've seen the US CHIPS Act and the European equivalent as well. So there's a huge amount of excitement. There's a huge demand for semiconductors at the leading edge, and that's where we think we're really, really well placed right now.
Joe, just a bit more exploration. You've partly answered my question, but is there something going on in the private markets where money isn't as available as it was? I know you're talking about the exposure that you'll get from an AIM listing as well, but you're still a relatively small company compared to some of the offerings, 48 million market cap, I believe it is as well. Is there something going on that you've seen in the private capital markets that is slightly worrisome at the moment, or actually meaning the capital isn't available at the same kind of levels? Of course, money has been repriced.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't have a huge amount of experience of it, but getting investment into semiconductors, in the UK in particular, is never that easy.
Right.
It's
extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, isn't there supposed to, I mean, you're down in Reading, yeah?
Yes.
Was that Silicon Corridor they were calling it at one stage? I know we got Silicon Fen in Cambridge, Silicon Glen somewhere up north, I believe, and Silicon Corridor. So, well, you can't get the funding.
Well, there's only really been one big semiconductor success in the last 20 years, or nothing for 20 years. We had some great companies with ARM and with Imagination Technologies, but there has been a dearth. So to some extent you can accept and understand investors' reticence, but it does sort of play both ways, doesn't it?
So you're not going to want to get into politics, and I get that. Who does? But have you had government support for growing your business? Do you think the foundations have been put in place? Because all I hear, and it's not just the British government, it's every blooming government on the country, in the world, turns around and says, we're supporting our digitisation, we're supporting our industry, we want to reshore our semiconductors, we want to reshore all this stuff as well. Have you seen anything in the last 20 years that makes you think really excited about what you're hearing from a state level?
No, is the
genuinely
blunt answer. Yeah.
You had no government support for growing your business and making yourself a world beater?
No, we haven't had any support for that.
That's pathetic, isn't it?
Well, is it pathetic?
Yes, it is
pathetic. Or do you just want the government to stay out of your way? I mean, the point is you just don't want regulations that are slowing you down.
I do have a theory that government funding is inversely proportional to success. You know, you can spend a lot of time...
Go on this one.
Yeah,
if the government gets involved, you're more likely to fail.
Well, you've got to focus on the business. You know, we've got to focus on our customers, and there's only so many hours in the day, and particularly as a privately held company, it's more important to choose what you can't do and what you don't do than what you do. So you can easily spend a lot of time running around with government, getting grants, and then discover that actually what you should really have done is focus on your business. So